I spent $6,000 on one comic book. You guys want to see what it is? Stay tuned for the video while I unbox this huge grail. You're not going to want to miss this. Welcome guys to another episode of Comics with Bonix, and today we have a huge grail that I'm unboxing today, and this one is something that I've been looking at for quite a while now. If you guys haven't checked my previous video, I picked up a big collection, and if you guys want to check out that video, I'll put a link to it in the description as well as put a card right up here. In this previous collection, I was able to pick up quite a few short boxes, and total about 10 short boxes, and there was quite a few Silver Age keys, a long box of Amazing Spider-Man that was in the Silver Age, as well as about 20 to 25 graded comics. And I was able to sell a good portion of it. It's only been 2 months or so since I picked up that collection, but I was able to sell a good portion of it, which I have already made my initial investment back, as well as some additional profit. Total profit about $6,000 so far, so exactly what I needed to get this. So let's go ahead and unbox it, and I'll go into more detail of how I was able to get it. So as you guys probably know, I've been very selective on what books I've been trying to add to the personal collection. And I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I'm trying to keep a strict amount of books, which is the number right now I'm trying to keep is 50. I'm taking a page from Automatic Comics. Ryan from Automatic Comics also is keeping a top 50 list, and he inspired me to do the same. So this is definitely being added to that list. We're gonna have to bump something out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and show the book I picked up. It is Journey into Mystery number 83, the first appearance of Thor. This is a Universal Label 2.5 with off-white to white pages. The presentation of this book is absolutely amazing. There is a little bit of a chunk missing to the top there, but it's not too noticeable. It is the corner of the 12-cent bubble there. Other than that, there is some staining going on. There is some staining right to the top of the book there, as well as the right edge right here. But for a 2.5, this actually looks pretty amazing. There's the back cover. Pretty nice back cover. Some staining going on in the back as well. You can see it in the corner there. But the notes on the book do say there is a small amount of dried glue on the cover, which I don't mind too much. To me, I feel like if it's a small amount of dried glue, that can potentially be taken off, but at the same time, to me, you can't really see it too much, and it still gets the blue label depending on how much glue it is. And if it's, I believe if it's amateur glue, then it can be considered non-restoration. So this one does still get the blue label, and I've been going after this book for about a few years now. It is probably now in the top 6 of my collection, and for the price that I got it, I'm super happy. I did get it, total shipped was $5,900, which compared to what this book was going for in 2021, I thought that was an amazing deal. So the way that I was able to pick up this book, I came across the listing on eBay, and in the description they did mention that they were also on Instagram. The name matches on Instagram, so I looked it up on Instagram, messaged the seller. They seemed legitimate. We actually already followed each other, so I messaged them and I asked what the price would be if they would be open to selling it via PayPal goods and services, and they said that they would. They provided me with a price of $6,300. I think I countered like 5,600, and they said 61, and then finally I said, hey, if you do 5,900 shipped via PayPal goods and services, we got a deal, and he agreed. So shout out to the seller. I'll go ahead and put their information in the description below as well. But they did an amazing job on packing this book. There is, they packed it very well. There was bubble wrap and packing peanuts, and they did a great job. This copy does not have any chipping on the side either, which I'm super happy about. And it's still, the cover is fairly bright. The colors pop really nice too. I've been monitoring this book for quite a while. There was a lot of books on Instagram. There was a lot of Gym 83s on Instagram being sold. Lower grade, like 2.0s, 1.8s, but they had a lot missing, like there were chunks missing, or they didn't present as well. But for a 2.5, I'm super happy to pick it up within the budget. And so just to give you guys an idea of how I was able to acquire it, with the collection I just recently acquired, I went ahead and sold all the top books. I'll go ahead and show a picture of some of the top books that I sold from the collection to make my money back. That was my goal, to make my money back as soon as possible, and then everything else was going to be profit. So I sold these books here to make my money back, and then in addition I sold a long box. Actually, it was more of like a short box of Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age raw books, and that was the main portion that allowed me to fund this book. That was close to about $5,000. That was like $4,500 for those Amazing Spider-Mans that I was able to sell for. And then I additionally sold some additional raw books as well as slabs from the collection, and sold some of mine in my PC as well. There was a recent show that I attended as a seller called Near Mint Sundays. You guys definitely need to check them out. I'll put their Instagram in the description as well. But definitely a great show. I did a decent amount of sales at that show as well. And so that was just this past weekend. But that's pretty much how I was able to get this. Now that I have this in my hands, I'm super happy. Thor is just one of those characters where he's become the face of the MCU. He's up there with Iron Man, which that's actually going to be another one that I'm going to be looking for, is Tales of Suspense 39. It's going to be a while before I can get the funds for that one. But definitely recommend you guys, if you guys can sell some of your smaller keys or some of your raw books that you want to consolidate into one big key, now is a great time to look for some of these keys where last year would have been at least double. I think these 2.5s were probably going for anywhere from 10 to 11,000 last year, which I definitely glad that I waited and pulled the trigger once the price was a little bit more attainable. So I definitely recommend you guys be as proactive as possible. If you want to score one of these keys, look on eBay, try to see if you can work with the seller on Instagram, and it definitely worked out in this case. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for checking out this video. If you guys haven't checked out my other videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you can check out all the other videos. If you guys enjoyed this video of this unboxing of this grail, go ahead and hit the like button. But with that, guys, I want to thank you for joining me here on Comics with Monix. And as always, I want to encourage you to collect your passion. We'll see you guys on the next one, and take care.